So picture this. One of the biggest bands in the entire world decides to throw a massive free comeback concert, but not in a stadium, in the historic heart of a megacity. Yeah, what you get is a logistical puzzle of absolutely epic proportions, and that's exactly what we're diving into today. How Seoul is gearing up for a huge BTS show right in its most famous public square. This quote from a local really just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the buzz, right? This isn't your typical concert just for the fans. No, this is a full-on citywide spectacle. And the key thing, the thing that has everyone talking, is that it's happening right out in the open. For everyone. That's what makes this so different. Okay, so let's get to the heart of it. On the 21st of next month, the legendary Gwanghwamun Square, and I mean, this place is packed with historical significance for Korea, is going to be transformed into the main stage for BTS's comeback. Think about that. This isn't just some outdoor concert. It's an event that completely redefines what a venue can even be. So, just to put this into perspective, let's compare it to your average concert, right? Normally, you're in a stadium. It's enclosed, you need a ticket, it's a totally contained event. But this is happening in a wide-open public square. Anyone can show up. And what that means is the impact, the energy, the people. It's all going to spill out and radiate across the entire downtown area. And, well, all of that incredible excitement and the fact that anyone can go, that brings us straight to the central problem here. The real challenge of this whole thing. How on earth do you manage a crowd that big in a wide-open city space? And here it is. This is the number that is causing all the headaches. We're not talking 50,000 people, not even 100,000. The official estimate? Over 200,000 fans. Just let that sink in. That's basically the population of a small city, all heading to the exact same spot on the same day. So the big question is, how do you even begin to handle that many people? Well, you have to completely rethink what a stadium is. The main stage, yeah, that's in Gwanghwamun Square. But the actual viewing area, it's going to stretch all the way to City Hall Plaza and even down to Sungnyemun Gate. They're putting up massive screens everywhere so that no matter where you are in this huge zone, you feel like you're part of it. And trust me, the city is not treating this like just another festival. In fact, a Korean news report used this incredible phrase, 비상등이 켜지었습니다. Now, what that literally means is the emergency lights are on. It's this perfect expression that just tells you everything you need to know about the level of seriousness and urgency that Seoul's officials are bringing to this whole situation. All right, so the emergency lights are officially on. How does a massive modern city like Seoul handle this? Well, not with panic. They respond with a really smart, detailed, multi-layered plan. It's all designed to keep people safe and cause as little disruption as possible. So let's get into what they're actually doing. You can really boil their whole strategy down to three main goals. Okay, so first, control how people get in and out. So, public transport. Second, make sure everyone walking around is safe. And third, and this one is actually really interesting, protect all the fans and tourists from getting ripped off. Okay, let's talk transport first. The main idea here is to manage the flow. So to stop the subway stations right at the square from getting totally mobbed, some trains are just going to blow right through without stopping. That's the nonstop or 무정차 measure. City buses, they're being rerouted way around the area. And they're even shutting down the public bike and scooter rentals nearby just to make sure the walking areas are as clear and safe as possible. But the plan goes way beyond just traffic and crowds. They're thinking about personal and even financial safety. For instance, they're deploying undercover patrols just to keep an eye on things. And get this, they're actively cracking down on hotels that try to jack up their prices, and they're monitoring the local markets to make sure no one is taking advantage of all the visitors flooding into the city. That's pretty comprehensive. When you take a step back and look at this whole thing, all these different measures, you realize it's way more than just a plan for one concert. Seriously, this could be the blueprint, a model for how other big cities all over the world might handle these giant pop culture events in the future. So let's just quickly recap. For every single challenge you can think of, the insane crowd size, the traffic nightmare, public safety, even people getting price gouged, the city of Seoul has come up with a smart, specific response. It really is a plan that covers all the bases, tackling the problem from every possible angle. And this whole thing leaves us with a really fascinating question to chew on, doesn't it? I mean, these kinds of massive events are only getting bigger and more ambitious. So as pop culture keeps creating these huge moments that pull everyone in, you have to wonder, how do our cities themselves need to change? How must they evolve to become the stages for these incredible spectacles?